default Vegas text. Also, maybe it's just me, but the light blue outline on this text is a bit bright. It's a little hard to see the actual text. Both the text and the video behind it just pop into existence without a fade-in of any sort. Addressing should have a hyphen. The whole point is for the word to look like addressing. This text at the bottom will matter a bit later. I'll just sit for now. What the fuck is this formatting, and why did I think it was good enough for 2 videos?
It probably makes no sense doing everything wrong in video on an episode that's only just flashbacks.
That line had a very bad delivery. Also, I should mention that this video isn't scripted. I hadn't even watched the episode before making this video. I literally watched the video in the timeline, paused at a random point, thought of a sin off the top of my head, and then just fucking went with it without thinking twice. It's like a blind reaction, but trying to turn everything wrong in a video and way less funny, whilst also being factually incorrect beyond belief. Also, there's this weird static noise every single time a voice line comes up, and it's very annoying.
Whatever, still doing it. I've never understood this, but this is a memorial episode, right? If so, what episode is this from?
Buddy, you do realize that just because the episode is mostly flashbacks, doesn't mean that every single scene in the episode has to be a flashback. You gotta build up to those flashbacks taking place to begin with.
In the season 9 finale, Spike looked like to be a grown adult.
Spike looked like to be. Also, looked like? He was an adult. There was a time skip.
Another question. Is this before or after Twilight's coronation?
It's very clearly before a coronation. They were literally fucking preparing for it. In fact, that's an early draft to address Twilight Warfare. Was I fucking stupid?
So, it's before the coronation. That brings up my third question. Was this confirmed to be a season 10 episode?
That only just amplifies my last sentence further. Season 10 doesn't exist. Well, in show form it doesn't. That, and also, how in God's name could this be season 10 if this is before Twilight's coronation? Listen, I get it, this was 2020 and this video was released in the middle of the pandemic, but like, surely the virus didn't remove that many of my brain cells. I never even had it. Also, the screen cuts to black for a second.
Coronation happened in season 9, so like...
The voice line says so like, but the captions do not. So I looked at the wiki during editing to fact check a statement I'd made instead of just fact checking before I did the voiceover. Also, if I checked the wiki and saw that my assumptions were wrong, then why didn't I just cut the sins out of the video? Also, the sin counter disappears, but the timer just stays there, which is just really weird in my opinion, and it also just adds on unnecessary time. As if that's the only instance where unnecessary time is added.
Putting together something for the coronation. Be thankful you are not doing the gown. This is my...
Verity, you're just amazing.
This is my 14th version.
Why did I cut the line off there instead of waiting for Verity to finish saying,
This is my 14th version.
I feel like that would have proved my point a lot more. Also, I'm taking the time now to add 5 cents for all the egregious resample in this video. It's been here the whole time, but it's just now that I'm noticing it.
I combined some ancient spells to make a magical scrapbook.
Because of how short Starlight's line is, the fact that the sound effects started playing so early just sounds odd. Also, this isn't funny at all.
Oh, and by the way, people who ship Starlight and Spike are probably dying over this scene. You're welcome.
All we need you to do is... Really? I don't think my sizes have changed. Did we mention we wanted to be a surprise?
Well then, why haven't you told Verity yet? If you're gonna bring her on as a surprise, then at least tell her so that she doesn't accidentally tell Twilight about it. Jeez.
They literally just told her. It's a scene we just fucking watched.
Hold on, what? Is this Generation 4 or something else entirely different? I cannot tell at this point.
Yep, I'm convinced my brain was just off that day. Even if this is a flashback episode, it's still clearly Gen 4. How the fuck did I even start questioning this?
So for those who haven't watched season 9 finale, Twilight did an animated storybook. I want to know how that's possible, but hey, anything's possible in the line of a question, I suppose.
She literally explained how she made the fucking book. It was in that same clip I attempted to be funny in.
I combined some ancient spells to make a magical scrapbook.
Also, why didn't I cut out that pause?
I want to know how that's possible, but hey, anything's possible in the line of a question, I suppose.
The screen cuts to black for a second. Again.
We get it, Starlight. You're good at magic.
Starlight is best magician confirmed.
You've clearly never heard of Trixie. The screen cuts to black. Again. I'm pretty sure this is because at the time I made this video, I was deathly afraid of misaligning elements off of the second grid for some reason. But even then, why didn't I just drag the clip out instead of leaving a black space in the video?
I thought maybe you were...
I don't know if I should count it as a sin or not, so I'm gonna remove a sin.
she's a horse. Relax.
Behold both the bootay and the video's thumbnail.
Except it's not on YouTube because the video got blocked worldwide instantly. Quit lying, loser. Also, that is a top contender for the worst thing I have ever said in the 16 years I've been alive. At least I was self-aware.
I'm gonna remove a sin.
Oh, with these fucking cuts to black.
I thought maybe you weren't home.
I'm assuming Twilight was able to hear Starlight in the Carousel Boutique.
Why would I assume that? It's not like the Carousel Boutique got some flimsy-ass walls. And yeah, you could argue that I thought that because we could hear Twilight from the door outside, but she could have just been right up next to the door to make sure Rarity could hear her, so... yeah, that argument doesn't hold much water in my opinion. Also, again, why did I keep that pause in?
I'm assuming Twilight was able to hear Starlight in the Carousel Boutique. That kind of makes no sense to me.
Just like how this video makes no sense to me now, am I right?
And as for my time, well, I am far from the most generous pony in Equestria. Actually, that's exactly what you are.
As well, are you trying to kill people who ship Rarity and Twilight? It seems so.
Buddy, not everything has to be shipping related. Okay, seriously, that pause lasted way too long. Did I seriously not think to condense these random pauses, or at best remove them? I'm starting to see why this video is over 20 minutes long. This happens a lot where I just keep in way too much footage before a sin, which is probably a side effect of just how I made these sins back then. So I'm just gonna add 10 sins for all of it and move on. Also, I literally acknowledged the fact that I misheard what Steven said, so why did I keep the sin in?
Also, Pink and me the foreshadowing before Party of One.
That is the farthest from foreshadowing. Literally all that happened is Pinky's hair got wet, causing it to start drooping down, and she's upset about it. How is that foreshadowing? And even if it was, why is that a sin? Isn't foreshadowing, like, really cool?
Knowing Party of One, this kind of scares me.
God forbid Pinky's anything that isn't happy.
Oh, give me a break.
The element of loyalty, everyone.
This part of the episode takes place before she found out she's the element of loyalty. It takes place before the Dimensions even found the elements to start with.
That's what all the fuss is about? Why, of course it is! How can you be so insensitive?
Finally, somebody understands.
Understands what exactly? That Steven's mustache getting cut off is a bigger deal than the main 6 think it is? Interesting thing to remove a sin for, but okay.
If I were to manually put on everything I loved about Rarity, I'd be here forever. So let's just remove a sin for every time I love Rarity in this episode.
I never removed another sin for Rarity in this video. Okay, I know I already said reassemble for this video, but this just looks fucking awful.
See, I told you she killed him.
That one's getting 5 sins, since the black space there was literally just to hide the next scene where it's revealed that Rarity cut off part of her tail. Gee, nice job, mate, from almost 4 years ago. You did a phenomenal job hiding that one. Also, whilst I'm at it, I might as well just add sins to the rest of the cuts they're blocking in this video.
Doesn't his mustache turn orange again in a later episode? Huh. It does.
Have I just never heard of growing or something? Like how one's hair grows back after a haircut. I wonder how that happens, huh? Fucking idiot. Due to this video's awful formatting, you can see the black box behind the timer here.
Again, Applejack, you're talking to Rainbow Dash here.
I genuinely fucking love that line, even to this day.
I'm just adding 5 cents video grammar errors here.
Why are the things here so inconsistent and bad?
I'm starting to think Rainbow Dash wasn't even intended to be in this scene. If that's the case, why is he here?
That's another one of my favorite lines in this video. Also, whilst I'm here, I might as well say, the grammar section, despite it being pretty short, is one of my favorite parts of the video.
He's just bursting into song in random places at the drop of a hat? Who does that? Oh, Manhattan.
And of course, right as Rainbow Dash says that, Rarity starts singing. How convenient.
Except, there was no hat dropped. Therefore, you're wrong. Get out. The door's over here. You just gotta... Hold on, let me unlock it. You just gotta... Go.
You keep it all, I insist. Curiosity, I'm here to show all that.
The only correlation this has to the original is that it is a remix of the song currently playing. Why did I include this in the video? Also, I removed 4 sins instead of 5 like I probably meant to. Also, this lasts over 20 seconds.
This pony is clearly upset at one moment and happy at the other. What's the point of giving him this cutie mark if he's not always constantly grumpy?
Did I really just imply that just because his cutie mark isn't happy means he's not allowed to feel any other feeling that's not anger? So what, if some pony's cutie mark is a fucking smiley face, are they just not allowed to feel anger? Cheryl's cutie mark is flowers that all have smiley faces. Is she just not allowed to feel upset? Pinky's cutie mark has balloons, so is her head always destined to be empty? Wait, that would actually make a bit of sense. Jokes aside, that's still an awful question.
This totally won't influence anything inappropriate.
She's a horse. Relax.
I just realized Twilight was explaining everything. How do you explain a song?
Sew these pieces together according to that pattern there.
So who's explaining these thoughts?
We saw Rarity last, so it's most likely her.
I haven't always been perfect.
I must have just not know what it meant to think back then, did I?
I go out of my way to get you tickets for a show, and this is how you repay me? By abandoning me in my hour of need?
Are you serious already?
She's upset right now. Relax. A good old relic of the past. Back when Pinky was my favorite pony.
Sounds like you've all figured out already it's every pony for herself in this town!
So much for generosity. There was literally an entire song based off it.
Nice punctuation, loser. Also, yeah, she's literally describing moments where she hasn't been generous. Also, ouch that ding.
There was literally an entire song based off it.
What was the reasoning for that?
My little pony, my little pony.
There are so many things wrong in this intro, I can't even point them out.
Just like there are so many things wrong in this video that I bet it'll take over half an hour to mention all of them. Also, there are 3 sins added, yet now I'm struggling to find out what the 3rd sin is for. Is it because the intro plays halfway through the episode? Is it because its intro is inconsistent with the one that I played earlier because the bottom text now says friendship is magic instead of friendship is forever like the one at the beginning did? This is why you should explain things!
Finally! You're welcome!
I get it, she's stressed, but this is unacceptable. 25 cents.
Oh, so I knew she was stressed. Why didn't I give her at least a bit of slack? Last time I checked, people don't exactly act on nicest when upset or under an extreme amount of stress. Unless they're just good at hiding feelings. Also, that ding is normal, yet the one for 20 cents being added had to be this ear-blasting hell of a sound effect. Last time I checked, 25 is definitely greater than 20. So as much as I hate the fact I even bothered making one of the dings kill your eardrums, why didn't I do it here? I even do it later for adding 100 cents at once, so why is it inconsistent?
Right. Wonderful.
If I don't add 100 cents right now, I'm gonna get extremely angry.
Do you see why I try to be more lenient with my sin counter now? Also, the voice line says if I don't add 100 cents, but the captions don't have the word add.
This intro played twice.
Does retaking lines just not exist anymore?
Ah yes, burning living things alive. You know, for kids.
Brother Gossip had a feudal joke, and I'm pretty sure Applejack and Raymond have had lesbian sex at least once in the last problem. This is like nothing.
Was this scene the reason that people started shipping Spike and Applejack? It can't be Spike is in your service or whatever the frick it was. Because that's in season 3, and this, I think, is in season 1, so like...
Okay, seriously, why didn't I just retake this line?
Which pony did you get?
Okay, my heart is dying right now.
The fact that I actively removed sins for Sparity deserves sins. A lot of them.
So that was just confirmed Verishai. Wait, that's not even a good ship.
This is coming from the same person who, at the time, thought Sparity was a good ship. I'd argue that Verishai is miles better than Sparity. At least it isn't toxic as shit. Also, if that sentence genuinely angers you, I don't think you should be on the internet. Because, trust me, there'll be a lot worse thing on the internet than some 16-year-old thinking a ship you love is utter dog shit. Which it is.
Unless you don't want to Rainbow Dash.
At least that's confirming Photo Dash.
Another relic of the past.
Over the years, my relationship with Spike has changed, but it will always be very special.
Okay, seriously, why did I like the ship back then?
It sounds like those raccoons need help.
Are you telling me that Twilight cannot recognize Spike's voice? Spike, of all people.
Spike isn't a person, dumbass.
He's been with him for who knows how long. That should be long enough to be able to recognize his voice.
Did I really have to specify here? Last time I checked, it's not canon that Spike uses she/her pronouns. Also, yeah, because who knows how long is definitely a way to say a long-ass time, and we all found out what you meant by that. Could I seriously not have just said something like, she's been with Spike for almost her entire life? Twilight's pretty fucking old at this part of the show. I'm pretty sure that would be more than enough to prove my point.
This intro is literally played for the 4th time.
Have I seriously gotten so lazy that I didn't want to add 4 scenes separately?
If you start to move too much, then we'll have to do it all over again.
Twilight, despite looking confused, again asks nothing.
You, despite actively being extremely confused in the beginning of the video, seemed very reluctant to use the computer you had in front of you and do some basic fucking research. Although I will admit, I love the delivery of that line.
I should take it from here.
I'm sure one of my friends would definitely dislike this view of Amadash's butt.
She's a horse. Relax. Although I have to admit, this is probably the best section of this video. Sure, the execution could have been better, and in fact, I did this very joke much better in Everything Wrong with Princess Spike from August 2021.
Someone would definitely dislike this view of Twilight's butt. No, seriously though, what was Spike about to do?
But not gonna lie, it had a pretty nice start.
Someone will definitely dislike this view of Verity. Is Verity trying to seduce this guard? It's working on me and I hate it.
She's a horse. Relax.
It's like Hasbro wants these two to become a couple.
Your eyes are seeing wrong then. We all know Rarity is married to both Applejack and Rimadash. Yes, simultaneously, polyamory exists. And Twilight clearly got married to Pinkie Pie. No, I don't know who the cheese sandwich bitch is. What are you talking about? I'm like 99% sure this little cheese you're talking about is actually Pink and Twilight's child. The colors match up, I think.
Of course I am. It's just lovely to hear when a friend thinks highly of you. I like to have all of my bases covered.
Add that to the list of things I'll never forget about you, Rarity.
Oh.
Hey, FYI, the pausing and then removing sins joke got old very quickly. Also, that's a very random number of sins to remove, but okay. Why did I only rely on using the corners of the screen to place the text? This looks fucking awful. The hit sound is off timing here.
Why haven't you told Verity?
That one voice clip describes my humor back in 2020.
If I were to manually put on everything. Oh my god! I should script these next time. Yeah.
So then why didn't I? I'm serious, the first video I actually properly scripted came out over a fucking year later.
Doesn't this mustache turn orange? Oh my god. Stop messing up. I don't have a script, but still, stop messing up.
My Zen scream definitely doesn't take like 10 seconds to make. Although, something I will commend for a second, despite the fact that the lack of one made the video worse in a lot of ways, I kind of respect the fact I didn't use a script for this. It's at least a little commendable that all of the sins were done on the spot like that. Sure, it's something I definitely would not do nowadays, as having script makes for infinitely better videos, but the fact I managed to get multiple Everything Wrong videos out whilst only making sins off the top of my head is, honestly, kind of impressive.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
In fact, that's an early draft of the dress tour. Was I seriously about to fucking say Toralei, bro? I'm fucking done, bro. Oh my god. Okay, plane, can you fuck off, please? But even then, why didn't I just drag the clip out instead of just... Oh my god. But even then, why didn't I just drag the clip out instead of just I hate my vocabulary so much. Except it's not on YouTube because the video got blocked. This is airplane skill. Fuck off. I swear to god, I'm gonna fucking put a dildo on the fucking wind fucking jet engine. Yeah, I'm not gonna question where that came from, but you know what? Whatever, I don't care. I don't care. We're not here to question things. You know, we're just here to fuck off, airplane! Oh, bitch. Dude, I'm always terrified recording things like that because I don't want someone outside to just like fucking see what I'm doing, bro. You know, whatever. I don't even care about that. You, despite actively being extremely confused in the beginning of the video, seemed very reluctant to do... I'm killing myself. Although I will admit, I love the delivery of that line. Wait, oops. But not gonna lie, it had a pretty nice start. Are you fucking serious? Dude, I swear, it's always when I get to the end of that line that something has to happen that just fucks it up. We all know Rarity is Rarity. I'm serious, the first video I actually properly scripted came... Fuck me.